Hey guys, welcome to the Time, Mine, and the Dreamers update. This is the Another Eden version 1.4.2 update for the game. So what's new in this update? We're going to get 3 new characters added to the dreams: Melina, Zelva, and Nonold. There's going to be a new side story added, which is the mining town Horai. And essentially you're going to be help rebuilding Horai by exploring the coal mines and forests to help the villagers restore the town. And with that will be added a new dungeon to help out with the side story. Let's go over some of the new characters. We got Nonold here. She comes in rarities of 3 to 4 stars, uses a staff, she's neutral, and her type is light. She is mostly a magic supporter with some poison and debuffer skills. Her Valor Chant reduces the type resistance of all enemies for 1 turn by 15%. You can acquire her Alchemist Tome in Xeno Domain Hard. The next character we have is Zelva. He comes in 3 to 4 star rarity, is an axe user, earth attribute, his type is shadow, and he's a physical all attribute buff and debuffer. Valor Chant is speed of all party members plus 20% with physical resistance plus 20% for 1 turn. His Battler Tome can be acquired in Migland's Castle Hard. Finally, we have Melina. She comes in 4 to 5 star rarity, is a hammer user, water attribute, shadow type, and she's a heavy water attacker with the role of buffing and debuffing. Her Valor Chant is blunt resistance of all enemies down by 25% and water type resistance of all enemies down by 25% as well for 1 turn. You can get her Malak Tome in Nadara Volcano very hard. So where do you go to start this side story for the mining town? You must have chapter 21 completed in the main story, and the suggested level for starting this is anywhere between 42 to 50 and beyond. You go to the dimensional battleship, teleport and go to the right and go into the ship. The starting quest should be on the upper left hand corner of the map. In the village, there's going to be various subquests and events that will unfold as you progress through the restoration, and markers will be present to provide clues on how to progress through the next story. Now, in the mining town, if you have specific characters running around, you'll get extra bonuses. Some of these characters on this list are future characters, so I apologize for the spoilers, but these are it right now currently for Another Eden. You have a set group of people that have mining personalities that'll give you extra materials when you go into the coal mines to collect your items. Melina basically giving the most. And then you have other units that are collectors that help increase drops when you forage things in the forest. The cadence of this side story is you're going to turn in mining and logging items where you can produce tools, unlock new buildings, and the original building that starts off, you'll talk to a guy named Terry, probably in the global, unless they changed his name, and he'll have time to complete these sort of requests. In addition, battles can be made to progress time regardless, whether it's normal or in a dungeon, to speed up the time. Production priority from the Japanese wiki suggests that you should work on the helmet and the collection basket, then upgrade with the stone mining hammer to the copper mining hammer to the steel mining hammer, and for the logging casket you should probably upgrade it up to iron at the least. Next slide shows the rewards for this side story. You can collect up to 3 chant scripts again, along with a lot of chronos and other various gifts as well. Now, for this particular side story, there is 1 extra chant script. You can access it if you have access to the 3rd coal mine map. Over here I show you guys with the picture where you start in the beginning, go all the way up to the top right, and then you go through a tiny passageway, and from there on the third map you go all the way up where you do have to encounter a horror to kill it, since it's guarding the transcript chest. The horror is going to be level 60, and the requirement is that you need to have a rope, new explosion with a ladder, 2 of the newer bombs, and a lantern. But yeah, anyways, this is pretty much it for this update. They've been changing the updates around a little bit for global, so I'm thrown off a little bit, but it seems like they're going to get back in track now. I'm not going to do any more what's next updates just because I don't know how they're going to do future updates, but one of the bigger updates are definitely coming, 1.5, so I'm really excited to go over that. I'm also considering creating a sort of character list of who to look out for and who's going to be super good, super awesome in the future as well, so keep an eye on that. Anyways guys, thanks for taking your time watching this video. I hope you guys have a nice day. Goodbye.